Okay, so here we are at Vibe.
Yeah.
So Vibe Book and Music Shop is in Moi Wo. It's on Lantau Island and it's in Hong Kong. Yeah. And today we're going out live on Facebook, so globally you will be seen.
All right.
I'm Gary Brightman and this is Carl Wagner. And Carl performed here probably back in October 2021 with the Funkaphones. So a nice four-piece funk band, and that went well. And we're good friends with Carl, and he said fancied another gig. So here we are. Here we are. So we're going to do this gig probably about 50 minutes. And Sasha, do you want to just come up and say hi to everybody? Sasha's going to join us for, what, 3 of the songs, probably?
Two
of the songs. Give it up for Sasha!
Give it up for Sasha. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so without further ado, Carl Wagner and Sasha.
Hello! Hello, everyone out there in the global world, which is probably my family listening to me right now. Anyone else besides my family who's listening to me now, thank you so much for showing up. This first song is called To Fall in Love. And I hope you like it. It took me just 10 minutes to write this song. When you're in love, it doesn't take that long to say you love me and I love you. Woo! It's nothing more than a chorus with a simple verse. It's not something songwriters they can be rehearsed. When it happens to you, then you understand. The worlds apart, our hearts unite. Why do we fight this thing called love? Baby, it doesn't need to make such perfect sense. Let's use our hearts and not our heads. You guys can snap. Boom, boom, here we go. In another life I was so close to you. Something so real, yeah, it must be true to say you love me and I love you. The worlds apart, our hearts unite. Why do we fight this thing called love? Baby, it doesn't need to make such perfect sense. Let's use our hearts and not our heads. Good job, guys. In another life I was so close to you. Something so real, yeah, it must be true to say you love me and I love you. Snaps. The worlds apart, our hearts unite. Why do we fight this thing called love? Baby, it doesn't need to make such perfect sense. Let's use our hearts and not our heads. Now, more audience participation. I'll give you a part. Get your vocal cords ready. Ba ba da da ba da ba da da ba. Ba ba da da ba da ba da da ba. Keep going. Good. Fall in love. Keep going. To fall in love. To fall in love. To fall in love. To fall in love. Yeah! Very good. What probably Facebook Live you can't see is the supporting cast of characters, which are all my friends who came to support me. So give it up for yourselves. Thank you so much. Now, we are in a bookstore. Again, you know, this is a plug for Vibe. This is Vibe Bookstore and a record store as well, right?
Yeah.
Vibe Books and records. And, you know, the whole book selling business, it's different, right, when you get a book on Amazon than when you get it actually in person. And my partner right now is already flipping through one of the books here because he is a big book fan. And we have books all across the house. And I want to thank Vibe for keeping, you know, the whole book business alive. And I think of songs much like, you know, books. They're stories, right? They're a whole story encapsulated in maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So most of my songs really kind of have that theme of being a story. And this particular story is about trying to help your partner and helping them with something that's, you know, really bringing them down and doing as much as you can and trying to solve the problem, but realizing it's just about you being there and you can't necessarily fix it for them. And really about that story of wanting to do that. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called Just Me. I'm not a prince, I'm not a king. Someone you see on that screen. I'm not God, who I pretend to be. Maybe I'm just me. Maybe I'm just me. Yeah, yeah. Don't expect some star to steal your heart. Some fairy tale will make life complete. It can give you peace, change reality. Maybe I'm just me. Maybe I'm just me. Yeah, yeah. And it hurts 'cause I'm cursed by what I wanna do. You're the first love I've learned what I wanna say to you. Give you my trust, change reality. I give you all of me. I give you all of me. Yeah, yeah. I give you all of me. That's just me. All right, now we're gonna get to some songs you might have heard before, and this story is about, you know, giving something to everyone. You want to give them everything, and again, just like the last song, mostly it's not necessarily about giving them things. It's about giving them your heart. And we have some couples here. Yes, how many couples do we have here? Oh, here's a couple right here. And they're wearing the same shirt, which you can't see, but we have a couple here, a beautiful couple. And what makes them so beautiful is not necessarily all the things that they're buying or the house that they're gonna, have, or the family that they're gonna have. It's really about them and spending time with each other. And you might have heard this song before. And if you've heard this song before, then you can sing along. And I hope you like it. It's called Your Song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Not one of those who can easily hide. Well, I'm not much money, but boy, if I did, I'll buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, man who makes potions at a traveling show. Anyway, the thing is, would I really be? Yours are the sweetest eyes and I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is a song. Maybe quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. Sorry. I sat on the roof and kicked up the muss. A few of these verses, they got me quite cross, but the song's been quite kind. Well, I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. Excuse me for getting, but these things I do. You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, would I really be? Yours are the sweetest eyes I'd ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. You're in the world. There you go, your song, Elton John. Lots of chords. I'm sorry, Elton John, for the second verse in your song. So that's a cover with Elton John. And now we are going to bring up a beautiful vocalist. And let's bring her up on stage. Sasha, come on, come up. Yeah, now, I think it's safe to say Sasha is like a princess of music, like back in your home country. She's very deceptive about it. Yeah, she is. Because, we met at this fitness group, right? And I'm like, okay, she sounds like she can sing a bit. She was singing a little bit. And then I looked her up on Instagram. She's like, oh, can you tag me, on the video? Because we, did a little promo for this. If you haven't seen it, then check it out. And I checked her out, and she's like billions of followers. Really? Yeah, on Instagram. And like this whole new other persona, right? What is this other persona you have?
No, Sasha.
Okay. So yes, she's very fabulous, and I think you're gonna find out how fabulous she is when you hear her voice. And this is kind of a song that's a good duet because it's about two kind of people who are drifting apart. And as they're drifting apart, they're struggling through it because they're both kind of isolating themselves, and they're figuring out that maybe they aren't the best people for each other, but it's painful as they're going through it. So if you've ever seen kind of like A Star Was Born, it's a little bit, it's a little bit kind of like that story, if we're having stories. It started with the makeup, the dress, and the your shoes. You said it's just a phase, so I played along too. It's late in the evening, you're out drunk again. You said home by 1, but not a word by 4 a.m. 'Cause I'm lying here crying myself to sleep. You're out there getting drunk, drink after drink. Few months you'll be gone, I'll be moving on slowly, slowly.
It's the 5th of September, I walk with a grin. I went home to see you, but you shut the door again. 'Cause I'm lying here crying myself to sleep. And you're in there making calls, neglecting me. In 3 months I'll be gone, you'll be moving on slowly.
Wish you would have told me all.
Instead of found out when I heard that call.
You were in bed with him when I was done with it. Slowly,
Slowly.
now that it's over, I hope you're okay.
It seems that you're happy and we better alone.
Wait. Yay, we're still happy. Even though we drifted apart. So, yeah, so this song's a little bit of stories, you know, kind of from my life. And thank you for indulging me, Sasha, because it's not Sasha the target of all of my songs. But, you know, I think we've all been there. And, you know, this song is kind of similar about two people. They've drifted apart, and now they're kind of packing up their bags and making their amends. And there's some resolve in this. Like every good story, you know, there's some conflict, there's some problems, and you know there's then the climax where it gets really bad, but then there's resolve afterwards. So here is that next piece, and this song is called Without Me.
And it wasn't me.
And it wasn't Sasha. Yeah, let's remember that. Don't get bad at her. Actually, as we were going through this song, she's like, wow, it sounds like really mad from the guy's part, you know. What about the girl? So all right.
I packed up my things, I left them by the doorway. I kept everything, sick of fighting for the chance to be here free and happy. I hope he can see eye to eye, and I hope someday he'll be happy too without me.
I unpacked my things, I dusted off the keys, and I started to sing this melody in my head, and I felt free for the first time. I hope she can see eye to eye, and I hope someday she'll be happy too without me. And I hope she's grand, that you finally found your man. And when we meet, I found another truth. We meet again, the corner of Ash Whitman.
I brought a friend, someone who made me happy.
I'm not sad or blue, because I found mine too. And I hope someday we'll be happy too. All right, yay! So again, for the beautiful Sasha, and if you want to follow Sasha on Instagram, what's your Instagram? We'll shout out.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Saja Kai, and also on Facebook. So it's spelled SAXSA. That's for the Saja, and then the Kai is KHAI.
There you go.
Follow me there.
Like sax, Kai. All right, sounds good. So yeah, be sure to follow her, and yeah, we really appreciate Vibe giving us the opportunity to play some music live for you all, and hopefully globally. Is there people tuning in globally? Okay, good.
Yeah. Well,
Can you do the location? Yeah, do the location. They better be tuning in from California, because that's how I'll know my family. If they say they tuned in, then I got proof for it. All right, so we are going to move on to a song. So those songs are kind of about love and about trying to find yourself. It got a bit sad in there for a bit, right? I know, right? You're like, oh God, love. Oh no, it's after about love. And then this is about kind of expanding your horizons, right? Opening up new opportunities. And when coming to Hong Kong, and this is about meeting this person right here who's standing across from me, Lawrence. And and this is also a story about finding somebody who matches you pretty well, and through actually social media, or through something like Tinder. Believe it or not. All right, you've got hope. If you're using Tinder now, then you have hope. All right. So here we go. You guys can clap if you want. Clap. Nice. I saw your picture through a screen. Your cheek is smiling, a head full of dreams. I thought, ooh, the guy's 18. Every sign says you're too young for me, 'cause you're a sweet-talking cherry pie. You're the apple of my eye, and I'm, just fixed on you. I bite your lip and then I come on good, and it was oh so fine. The way you blow my mind. We started dating day by day, traversed the mountains and we kayaked the bay. I didn't have enough space on my phone, the places we'd go and all the spaces we'd roam, 'cause you're a sweet-talking cherry pie. You're the apple of my eye, and I'm just fixed on you. You bite your lip and then I come on good, and it was so fine. The way you blow my mind. baby, I'm stuck on you. And I hope it doesn't end when this song is through. And if you feel the same way I do, won't you tell me? Okay, clap, stop. You're my sweet talking cherry pie. I'm the apple of your eye. Ooh, just fix on me. Bite my lip, and baby, then you see claps. You're my sweet talking cherry pie. I'm the apple of my eye, you know. Ooh, to fix on you. You bite my lip, and then I come on good enough. Cherry pie, I'm your. Get ready for cherry pie. Cherry pie, one more now. Here comes cherry pie, I'm your. Cherry pie. Yeah, the name of the song, it should be Cherry Pie, right? Okay, Sweet Talking Cherry Pie. There you go. We'll put those two together. All right, so that was a fun one. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is going to be one maybe that you've heard before. And I don't have a loop pedal per se, but I'm going to try to do this loop and make it happen. So we'll see what happens. And this is another story, and it's about a story of a king who lost everything. And you might be familiar with this story because Elon Musk. Hey, Elon Musk might be headed for that. He has lost everything, but then he's regained it, and he loses it and regains it. Okay. Maybe you're hoping secretly Elon Musk loses everything. Okay, not so secretly. Not such a secret anymore. Okay. But so bear with me. I haven't done this before. I'm going to try to loop this again. Okay, so that's that loop. All right, here we go. Now I got to add something else to it and add a drum to it. All right, here we go. I think we're ready to go. I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. I sweep the streets I used to roam. Let's try this. I used to roll the die. I'd feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. I'd listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of sand, pillars of sand. Sing it. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror and my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. And for some reason I can't explain, once you go there was never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. All right, here we go. Whoa, whoa. my missionaries, oh, in fear. And for some reason I can't explain, once you go, there was never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. Hey, get up for yourself. All right, so that's Viva La Vida. Many have heard it before. It's someone who's losing their castle, okay? And not all songs are about love. A lot of these songs have been about love. And this song is about moving across an ocean. A lot of us are expats. How many people are expats here who moved into Hong Kong from somewhere else? Where'd you move from? France, right? Where else? Switzerland. Where else? USA. America. Yeah. All right. And we have lots of people from many different places. Where else are you initially from here?
Ireland via Australia for 6 months in 88.
Okay. Wow. So you're only supposed to be here for a little time. 6 months. So how did it turn into so long? Yeah, exactly. It got a hold of you, right? And I feel like, was it tough during those 6 months at all? No.
I was only arrested once.
Okay, only arrested once. Do you care to share what for? Okay, nah, that's okay. We don't have to go there. That's way in the past. Okay. But, you know, everyone's experience has been different. And so I think as expats, you know, we experience international culture a little bit different. A lot of our friends back home, maybe who are watching this, you know, think we're crazy, right? Like, and think, when are you coming back home? And you're like, I'm not coming back home anytime soon. Mom, don't worry, I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home in a month, okay? But yeah, living an international lifestyle is fun, it's exciting, but there are some times where it's a little bit tough. And so this is about a story of like having some tough times transitioning, but then, you know, realizing you made the right choice. And it's Chinese New Year coming up, so the theme is around the New Year, and it's called Above My Door is the name of this song. So I hope you like it. Let's get to the right sound. Oh, alone and lost, I was out of place, other side of the world, a different space, all around me, nothing but noise. Alarm clock went off, over and over again, I slammed the snooze, covers over my head, all I thought to myself, I wanna be home. But then I decided one New Year's Day to rid myself of all of this pain. So I bought a ticket, I bought a train, I called up a friend at 8:15, connected headphones to each of my ears. I was feeling better on the way to grave. When you hear rock bottom, you will relate. A sliver of hope was all I would need. Then I decided on New Year's Day to rid myself of all of this pain. Well, I scrubbed away the demons, I placed the red above my door. I found the broom and started sweeping all my troubles off the floor. I welcomed in this new freedom. It's a new year, finally here. No longer alone, I started to see that life was better outside of me. I woke up each day with the rising sun, and I met a guy who was into me. Started playing my songs, pursuing my dreams. Hoped to myself the feeling would stay. Then I decided one New Year's Day to rid myself of all of this pain. Well, I scrubbed away I placed the red above my door. I found a broom and started sweeping all those troubles off the floor. Welcome in this new freedom. It's a new year, finally here. So clap. 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 Here we go. Okay, no more clapping. I scrubbed away the demons. I placed my red above my door. I found a broom and I started sweeping all the troubles off the floor. I scrubbed away my demons, placed the red above my door. I found a broom and I started sweeping my troubles off the floor. Welcome in this new freedom. It's a new year, finally here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I want to know too, because Chinese New Year is coming up, right? And Lawrence, we just got a bunch of red and everything. Is there a history or tradition why we put red on the door? Do you know? Blessing. Okay. Is there another story behind it? I heard it wasn't like to ward away some monster or something. Or... Any more story behind why we put red above the door? You don't know why?
Men had to wear red underpants the first day of Chinese New Year.
Okay. And why? Just for
The demon.
ward off the demons. There we go.
No, again, red China. Red color is always the lucky color.
Lucky color.
Yeah.
Lucky colors.
But
Yeah, just about lucky.
Unfortunately, somebody take it,
Ah, okay. So a lot of superstition, right? A lot of luck. So Chinese New Year's coming up. So hopefully, everybody's getting excited about that because it's like a second chance of redemption. All right. So moving on, this story is about, everybody's partner that looks so much better without makeup. That's that's the simple story behind this one. So we went to something very
RuPaul
deep to something,
wouldn't agree.
That's true, right? RuPaul would say, yeah, you need some makeup, actually. All right. So this song is called Makeup. And let me make sure I got everything ready to go. All right. Baby, put away your makeup. I wanna see you when you wake up. 'Cause when you're lying next to me, there's no place we gotta be. Yeah, we open up our eyes where the sun shines through the window. Woo! How I love the way that you glow. 'Cause when you're lying next to me, there's no place we gotta be. Yeah, we open up our eyes. 'Cause I'm feeling lazy on this Sunday afternoon. With nowhere to go, nothing we gotta do. Ooh, when the world just slows down, I wanna leave this busy town and take you with me. Where the sun shines through the window. How I love the way that you glow. You guys can clap. When you're lying next to me, there's no place we gotta be. Yeah, we open up our eyes. Come on, baby, let your guard down. I wanna see you when you smile now. When you're lying next to me, there's no place we gotta be. Yeah, we open up our eyes. 'Cause I'm feeling lazy on this Sunday afternoon, with nowhere to go, nothing we gotta do. Ooh, ooh. When the world just slows down, I wanna leave this busy town and take you with me. 'Cause when you fall in deep in love, you know you're just enough. There's no place you've got to be when the world slows down for me. Baby, put away your makeup. I wanna see you when you wake up. When you're lying next to me, there's no place we gotta be. Yeah, we open up our eyes. There we go, makeup. Yay! All right, getting close to the end here. And, okay, this is a song about a certain place in Hong Kong. Try to see if you can guess it. It's like an antique street, and it's in a part of town where it's kind of up close to a hill, but really what it's trying to be a place that keeps the antiquity of Hong Kong, and it has like little kind of things you can buy. There's like posters, like Bruce Lee posters. There's records, very similar to the vibe. It's in Sheung Wan. Anyone been to this particular area? Which one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, say that one. Yeah. And what makes this road so special? You know?
About vinyl record there,
Yeah. Yeah. Right? And you buy a vinyl record. How many people have a record player, like still at their homes? You don't have a record player? Yeah, you got a record player, right? And what's different about listening to music on a record? You know?
More real to human voice.
Yeah.
Find a warm voice from the human.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like you then singing now with me.
Right? Yeah, very much, right? It's very kind of nostalgic, right? And so, there's not enough of these kind of places around. And so I was walking through those streets. Lawrence and I were walking through the streets. And that's when I wrote this song. And it kind of makes you kind of reminisce and think about the old days. Everyone always remembers the old days as being the good old days, right? But I think Danilo will say that this is a myth that everybody thinks of the... But he would probably say, everyone remembers the good old days as being so perfect, right? Very nostalgic, but this is kind of reminiscing about those days. And yeah, it's called Antique Streets. Well, 'cause I must come down. It's a fear I'm feeling now. Walking through the streets of the old antiques, my feet are buried to the ground. I walked into that shop, a record playing the Four Tops. The owner smiled gently at me. He told me, look around. That's when I found the bow tie you wore that day. I started thinking back upon the times that we had. Oh, it felt so great. Oh, help me now, I'm just half a man now. I wanna feel that again. Well, 'cause up must come down. It's a fear I'm feeling now. Walking through the streets of the old antiques, I hope my feet don't bury to the ground. I picked out a photograph, the only photograph I have of us when we were in love. There's not the times that we fought, it always seems that lost. Like what you said to me that day, I I started thinking back upon what we had. Oh, it felt so great. Oh, help me now, I'm just half a man now. I hope I feel that again. What goes up must come down. It's the fear I'm feeling now. Walking through the streets of the old antiques. Walking through the streets of old antiques. Walking through the streets of old antiques. I finally feel better now. That's Antique Streets. Yeah. One of the very first dates I went on with this fine, esteemed fellow here. Okay, yeah, bye. Yes, Lawrence. So yeah, what goes up must come down, right? So it's all about this balance. You know, you feel very high, and sometimes it comes down, and you feel very low. You know, it's always going to improve. And you know, that's life, and that's why I like to think of, you know, life as a series of stories. Welcome, everyone.
You're late.
That's all right. You're gonna catch the rerun, right, live on Facebook. So I think we packed as many as we can in here in the studio, right? This is pretty amazing. All right, so we got a couple more. This particular song is about realizing that you can be okay on your own. Do we have any proud single people here? Woo! Give it up! All the single ladies, all the single ladies. All right. And you know, sometimes, you know, you find that radiance, and sometimes you can only find that radiance by, you know, being alone. And so it's about kind of finding your freedom. And so this song is about kind of, you know, finding freedom. And sometimes you need to let someone go to find that freedom. So I hope you enjoy it. And I think everything ready. Just want to make sure no beats are on. Yep, and that will be way too fast. All right, here we go. It's been 3 years since I left you. I don't miss you at all. I've seen my value, I ain't small. And so I made a list, numbered it 1, 2, 3. Aligned myself to what is me. Whoa, give me freedom. Nice and snap. Snap. Keep it up. I know it's hard, it's slow. So I pack my bag, say goodbye. I have to go, I won't be the shadow of your show. And I won't say it's my fault that it's me like you. If it were meant to be, then you'll be true. Whoa, give me freedom. Whoa, give me peace. Whoa, match my values. Whoa, I believe. Would I believe? That's freedom. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. All right. We have time for one more, maybe?
One more, yeah?
One more. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. We'll end with this last song. And this last song is, again, another song that I wrote about Lawrence. Again, Lawrence been a theme of many songs. You're the star of the show. The star of the show. And if you listen to all the Funkophones, Funkophones is the band I usually play with, you have heard this song. And this song is about when you're thinking about someone else, they're thinking about you, hopefully, and you're both in your different spaces, and you're only half asleep. So the song is called Half Asleep. And I message you, you answer back. Things felt okay until the clouds shifted track. Oh, I'm sorry I can't predict when your mood will change. Now not a call or a text, the sound of a ring. Hey! You're like, what? You guys can clap if you want. Clap. I could have called, but my pride was too great. But you were afraid he would end up the same. Ain't it funny what I see in you, reflection of me? Breaks my heart stitch by stitch, pulls them out from the seams. Hey, we both half asleep. Thinking about you, thinking of me. We're both half asleep. I'm thinking about you, thinking of me. Too afraid to say what we feel. So if it's time, pick up the line, my heart will heal. Oh, it's breaking my heart. Whoa. The way we're slowly drifting apart. Whoa. You know we can't keep fighting a feeling if it won't come. Whoa. Cause caring for each other ain't the same as being in love. Okay, acapella. We're both half asleep. Claps are coming back though, don't worry. I'm thinking about you, you're thinking of me. Claps. We're both half asleep. I'm thinking about you, you're thinking of me. We're both half asleep. I'm thinking about you, you're thinking of me. Too afraid to say what we feel. Too afraid to say what we feel. Too afraid to say what we feel. So if it's time, pick up the line, my heart will yield. There we go, have a seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Wagner and the lovely Sasha.
The lovely Sasha,
Come on,
take a
Sasha,
bow.
Well done, darling.
Take a bow, take a bow. Hey, and give it up for all of the fans, everybody who is here.
Full house.
Full house. Everybody can hear on that with the clapping. And I also want to thank as well the Vibe. Let's give Vibe. Keeping it real in Lantau. It's an institution, a staple. It's been here for so long. You live on Lantau? Okay, right. Lots of people who live on Lantau. Oh, and you work. There you go.
We call that Monday, actually.
Monday. Just on Monday.
You
Okay.
don't come in on Monday 'cause it's grumpy.
Yeah, so you embody Monday in all senses, you know, of the word. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, come check out Vibe down in Lantau. Again, everyone support your local bookstores, local record stores, and everywhere else. And also too, I want to thank the crew, Phil and James. Phil and James over here behind the scenes, making sure everything sounds lovely. We will see all that lovely sound or hear that lovely sound hopefully later.